So the experiment we decided to do was a penchant for patterns. It's for the age range of 0 to 3 months. The experiment complexity is moderate, and it is designed to look at the research area of cognitive development.
Okay, so this is the baby we experimented on. He's 2 months old, and his name is Wyatt, and he has one older sister, and we went ahead and experimented on him in his own home, so it was a familiar environment. We just laid him on a blanket in his living room and filmed him there.
The hypothesis for this experiment is no matter how young your baby is, even less than 24 hours old, they will gaze longer at the patterned images than the solid color images, and the longest at the drawing of the face. Some of the research behind this experiment is, in 1963, Robert L. Fance, a developmental psychologist studying observation patterns in babies, conducted an experiment in which newborn babies, ranging in ages from 10 hours old to 5 days old, were shown patterned and solid-colored images. He collected data on each baby's length of gaze at each image, considered to be an indicator of the baby's interest. The babies were found to gaze longest at the picture of the face and longer at the high contrasting patterns than at solid colors. In fact, of the 3 babies younger than 24 hours old, all showed a preference for patterned images, and the youngest, tested just 10 hours after birth, looked longest at the face in 3 out of 8 trials. No other images kept the baby's attention as much.
Fance's experiment provides strong evidence that the ability to perceive forms in general, in the human form specifically, is innate, and that from a very early age, babies' visual responsiveness to images varies according to the image's complexity. The results challenge the view prevalent at the time that pattern recognition and differentiation don't appear until weeks or months after birth. Okay, so for the experiment, we're going to show the baby a blank piece of paper and test how long they look at that. And then the second image we were going to show is this image of black and white concentric circles. And then the third image we're going to show is a black and white image of a face. And these images are what popped up when we Googled a penchant for patterns. Okay, so we did a few takes because it was hard to get the timing down with him looking at the paper, but we showed him the blank white paper first. And this was the first successful take. Okay, so he clearly looked away right there. He looked at the white paper for about 9.5 seconds. Next we did some black and white circles. So this is our pattern. And he looked at this one for a really long time. Okay, so he clearly looked away there. He looked at that one for about 34 seconds. And then this is our face. So it's just a plain black and white facial image. And he looked at that one for about 17 seconds.
So for our experiment, baby Wyatt looked at the white paper for 9 seconds. He looked at the patterned image for 34 seconds, and he looked at the face image for 17 seconds. So our experiment was a little different than the hypothesis because baby Wyatt ended up looking at the pattern image over the face image longer.
And we think some reasons that this might be is because we did multiple trials even though we didn't show them all in the video. So he might have been more familiarized with the face already. And then also the image of the face that we used wasn't super realistic, and it wasn't anybody that he knew or was familiar with, so he may have not have been interested in it for that reason.